Previously on the Petit Voyage. After a bright early start to our day and one final vehicle shuttle, we were off to Lichty's Marina.
So far it was alright.
Plus a quick bite to eat in the car. We finally pushed off to start our week-long adventure down the French River. We spent our entire day paddling the south shore of the beautiful Lake Nipissing. The morning paddle was relatively calm, but after stopping for lunch at La Flèche Point, the waves on the lake started to build. Eventually, we stopped for the day on a small island south of Sandy Island, setting ourselves up nicely to enter the French River on day 2. Good morning. It's like 6:30. Slept in a little later than we wanted to. We're just still sleeping. We'd like to get up, get breakfast made, and try and get out on the water when it's calm and maybe a little misty, and get into the French today. Ta-da! So the French River, when you're booking it, it's actually fairly unique. Not only is there limitations on when you're allowed to book, it's, as far as I know, the only provincial park that you book zones. We are out of the park on Crown land, and we're going to be entering into Zone 1. And in the next couple days, we have Zone 1 and I think Zone 3 booked. I believe. I have to check the permit. So that's really the only limitation you have is, and I don't know how busy the park's going to be, but really we just need to stay within the zone that we're booked and pick whatever campsite you want that's available and enjoy yourself. We're all packed up.
I don't know if I'd say all packed up.
Yeah, pretty much all packed
We're
up.
almost packed up. He's pointing at the stuff on this side of the water and not on the other side of the island where his stuff is still scattered about all over the place.
It's going to be another good day. All right, we're saying bye to our first campsite. And it's 10 o'clock, if the GPS is correct. And we are still headed east. Should be around 3 kilometers until we get to Canoe Pass. And then once we pass through there, we're going to stop by Kennedy Island, see some pictographs. But that will be the beginning of the French River for Richard and I. It's a scorching hot day. It's already 20-25 degrees out. It's 10 o'clock. And we're going to try and do another 20 to 30 kilometers today. And what you're looking at here is the south end of Sandy Island. I think on the GPS it's West Sandy Island. Most of it is a provincial park, and it's dotted with a couple bits of private property. Got a big snake on the point to your right. Whew, look at it.
When I was growing up, we had a little raft, and it was like basically a swim platform like that on a couple of those blue plastic barrels with a electric trolling motor on it. We just drive around in the lake, swim off of it. It was sweet. Go fishing off of it. It's probably the first like boat that I drove as a kid.
So we should be approaching Canoe Pass. I'm assuming it's, you know, towards that green buoy and then to the right. You're just south of these islands. Very beautiful spot. Pretty much everywhere that you could have a cabin, there is one. An absolute ton of money must be spent up here. But I can see why. It's pretty gorgeous.
We better stop paddling so fast. There's a 10-kilometer-an-hour speed limit.
Enforced by the Canadian Coast Guard. So this would be Gibraltar Point, aptly named. And I think we read something about a pictograph. So we're just gonna swing over here to the rock. There's something really red over here, but I don't know if that's graffiti or, like, it's really red. But we gotta kind of keep an eye out because boats can come through here, so we gotta have a bit of an eye. That's just oxidation.
Iron in the rock.
Really cool.
And this red is where somebody spray painted over some other graffiti that probably said something vulgar.
Yeah, somebody wrote something in white spray paint that somebody spray painted over with red.
Joe.
Sean something. And Joe. This rock is pretty exposed, so any old pictographs would be pretty weathered, I would assume.
It always amazes me too how trees find a way to grow so big out of just a little tiny crevice that must have a little bit of dirt and minerals in it.
Life finds a way, Richard. So we're just rounding Cleland Island. Far shore is Elliot Island. And somewhere behind all this is Kennedy Island that we're gonna try and find a pictograph. And there should be a plane coming right over top of this island here in a second. Yeah, right above us.
That's pretty close, eh?
Yeah.
Just skimming the trees. Like.
So this is Kennedy Island. And there's a plaque and a pictograph.
Looks like a pig.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Those are the best ones we've seen.
I think that one that looks like a pig is supposed to be a bear.
Ah.
A fish.
I was going pig, turtle, and then eagle. Beside me.
A bunch of stick people.
Up at the top right. Is that like a wolf or something?
I don't know. Four-legged something.
Cat?
Pretty cool. There's a couple getting ready to go supping right across. So we're gonna get out of here. This would be Bragdon Island. We're in the Narrows. If you swing around this corner, there should be campsite 112. Hopefully no one's there. We're gonna stop and get some lunch. It's 12:36 right now. So we've been paddling for 2.5 hours straight, and the wind's kicked up. We're having to fight a little bit into it most of the day. Yeah, these channels are worse than the main body. But we're ready to stand up, hydrate, have some lunch, and then put on some more miles this afternoon.
We just finished up lunch on one of the campsites just at the start of when you're really starting to get into the French River, I guess I would say. and we're gonna head down to Dokis Bay. I think Evan's trying to pull out his phone to see if we get cell service here and check and see if there's anywhere for us to, you know, do a little shopping in Dokis, pick up some cold drinks or a little snack, something that we couldn't normally do if we were in Algonquin. Take a little bit of advantage of being in a little bit more of a more civilization, not quite as remote as normal. And then after we pass the dam, we're hoping that we're out of civilization and have less boat traffic and things like that. It's still feeling a bit like we're doing some work to get the trip underway.
It's around 1:45 in the afternoon, at least. We are just rounding the edge of Drunken Island. So we're just taking the back route. We're eventually gonna have to cross the main channel. I think it's called the Chotier Dam. We'll be portaging around that today. All right, we're about to do a fairly big crossing from around the Hammond Islands to Comfort Island. We just got out on this rock to take a peek, just to see what the waves were doing. And we're gonna start pounding into the wind here. Just an epic view. We're up on a big rock.
So far, all the blueberries have been not ripe yet, which is super disappointing. It was the same week, well, same week in August that we went to Wabakimi, and all the blueberries were just ready to go. So I figured a little bit further south we'd be in good shape, but they're all green so far.
Cheers, buddy.
We got to get all our drinking in while we're out on private property, so we don't have to worry about any can rules.
All right, so we are on a little island just south of Comfort Island. We're gonna turn into the wind again and try and do a crossing somewhere between Robertson Island and Perkins Island. And then we're going to keep going to Russell and Wright, making our way down to, let's get the name of this right, Chotier Dam. Should I cut now?
A little longer. Wait. Now time.
I'm good. Oh, my Lanta, you were high.
It felt like I came right out. Yeah, just dead into the note. Where are we going now?
Straight across is Wright Island. Where it ends, we need to hang a left.
So we need to head this way?
Yeah, and then go around that big ass rock.
Okay. You want a break or are you good? Okay. They're coming. They're gonna do that crisscross waves. Good job. Woo!
Alright, we're down the very end. That was a heck of a paddle. Dead into the wind. And boats constantly going to these resorts going on both sides of the boat. You can see them coming, and they give two shits. And the wakes they cause, holy. Anyway, there's a bunch of resorts there. I think Dokis in that bay there. And we're just trying to get into a lee here to take a look at the map. The final stretches here before the dam. So we're having a bit of a dilemma. Like, you can see the generation station here. You can see it's either the dam or a bridge. I can't quite tell from here. But we're trying to figure out where the portage is. And it's all pretty congested up here. I think we want to stay left.
Authorized personnel only. So clearly somebody's tried to portage there.
Once you're past the dam here, going in this little bay, this looks like you can walk over it. But just tucked away right there, you can see a little portage sign. First portage of the trip, Rich. You excited?
No, no. Sign says 574 meters. So it's going to be about a 1.5K, but we'll be doing a third of that with no weight, so it'll be a little bit of a walk. It is cool that the portage signs here give you the GPS coordinates. It's kind of neat.
It's crazy that we're like almost 60 kilometers into a trip, and somewhere 55, 60 kilometers, and we haven't done a portage yet.
Now this is starting to feel like what I was expecting to see.
I caught somebody's old fishing liner. Is that you? Did I just catch your line? Oh, there's a little bit of sand.
Yeah, you can put the thing trailer on. It's got a can, so that's good. Can with a lure in it. What are you saying?
I think we've done really well so far.
I think so too. So this is our attempt at pizza. And then you just wait 2 minutes to 3 hours. I've been making another loaded pepperoni. So basically, this is the first time we've ever tried to do this. Tell you when we're done eating it if it's any good, but it seems to be all right. Doesn't seem to be too difficult or too bad. The other good thing is no real dishes for this one. The pepperoni is awesome. I don't really want to see any snakes though. Evan's gonna make us dinner.
Rich is on dinner.
And Evan's gonna do the dishes.
Rich is doing the dishes.
And he's gonna get his stuff ready for breakfast so he can make breakfast tomorrow. I need to hang my hammock. Tuck me in.
I'll tuck you somewhere.
Wave race. Colors on green to place. Riding dirty. GoPro, stop recording. The GPS coordinates. It's kind of neat. Evan looks like he's stiff. I'm a little bit confused here, bud. Well, they've got a portage sign here, but it says 422 meters to Shoji. And we've definitely walked more than 100 meters. What do you think?
I don't know. No, it's probably 422 back that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, you're right. There, that was confusing. You're headed in this direction, 152. There we go. Makes a lot more sense. Where's my hat? Oh, God, I mean, look up. Clown.